12 minutes before 7 o'clock, workers in Times Square will test the most famous ball of them all later today. The test will ensure that the 10,000-pound ball loaded with crystals will fall and not fail when it descends the flagpole to ring in 2016. About 1 million revelers are expected to pack Times Square tomorrow night to celebrate the new year. Hi, everyone, and good morning. Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. I'm Lisa Bedeau. We're starting our nonstop news and weather to the top of the hour to help you plan your day. It was 2 years ago today that a train derailed near Castleton, North Dakota, causing oil cars to explode and burn and prompting evacuations in the city. Early reports suggested a bad axle on a grain car was a factor, but there's been no official cause determined. North Dakota Senator Heidi Heitkamp will mark the anniversary today by thanking first responders for their service during that train disaster. Heitkamp has introduced legislation to improve training and support for emergency workers to help them respond to hazardous materials incidents such as the derailment of crude oil trains. Family and friends of a 14-year-old runaway from Minnesota can sleep easy after he was found unharmed, but hundreds of miles away in Kansas City, Missouri, when Jeffrey Randall went missing on Sunday. Family and close friends felt helpless because they didn't know where to begin to find him. Jeffrey's mom and other family members are frustrated that there wasn't more communication between police and sheriff's departments. Officials say they deal with runaway teenagers on a regular basis and use multiple tactics to actively search for those missing teens.
Get the word out, and social media is everywhere. And as you can see today, just by following it, social media, it reaches a lot of people that, word of mouth generally doesn't.
Officials also urge parents to know what their children are up to, who their friends are, and who they talk to the most. We are hearing reports of snow-covered roads in the southern half of the valley, and that could give you a little trouble today. We want to check in now with meteorologist Lisa Green for weather and traffic on the ones as we're about to hit 6:51. I know even in town, some slick intersections and definitely some snow-covered roads out in the open areas.
Yeah, that's right. We've been watching those road crews on our tower cam treating the roadways here in the metro, but it's going to take a little longer to get to some of those places outside of town. So just be aware of that. Conditions might be better in town than they are outside of town, and those intersections are always a problem for us here as well. So light snow continuing. You can see on our tower cam visibility down just slightly, but things are looking a little better at the moment in Fargo. And in addition to that, on our planner, expect to see some snow showers off and on through the morning hours. Even into the afternoon, we could still see some snow. It's just going to be a little more isolated into the afternoon hours. Temperatures not making their way out of the teens for most places today. A look at our radar shows some spotty areas of some heavier snow, not super heavy, but some spots where we're getting a little accumulation in southeastern North Dakota. That's where the DOT is reporting some roadways that are snow covered, and that's still getting added to here in southwestern parts of Cass County, Ransom, down into Richland County as well, and into Minnesota, Clearwater County getting a good little bout of snow as well. Other places looking quiet. It's going to be one of those days where you may not see much of anything at all, whereas other spots may get up to 1 inch of snow. And if you have some snow to report or any measurements that you've taken, please pass them along on our Facebook page. It gives us a good idea of just how much snow we're seeing out there. Expanding the view, if you're traveling, heading back home today, driving down toward the cities, you're going to run into a couple of snow showers, but it's down into southern Minnesota, especially Iowa, and then over into Illinois, and unfortunately making its way toward the Chicago airport. Some snow there that might delay some flights today. So something to keep in mind if you're planning on flying. 15 degrees in Fargo, 11 in Grand Forks. It's only 3 in Roseau, 9 degrees currently in Jamestown. Visibility down where the snow is falling. We're down to 1 mile in Carrington and 2.5 miles in Wahpeton. So be aware if you're traveling this morning, heading into work, visibility is going to be lower in the snowfall areas. And in addition to that, some slick roads too. Rounding out 2015 in the teens tomorrow, a couple of flakes lingering, mostly cloudy skies for your New Year's Eve. New Year's Day looks better. Sunshine returns. And as we move through 2016, the first week doesn't look too bad. Sunshine, temperatures in the 20s. Let's check in with Al for an update on traffic.
I'm back on Interstate 94, Lise. A lot of traffic out here this morning. The road surface is mainly wet. Passing lanes have a little bit more of a slush to them. The ramps, though, continue to be quite slippery with that snow cover that we have on them. Be extra careful of them. driving around town like Lisa Badeau mentioned a little bit earlier this morning, going to find a lot of snow-covered streets out there. You know, crews have been out putting the chemical down, trying to take care of business, make your commute as safe as possible. It's up to you to do your share, though. Back off, allow a little space between you and the car ahead of you, and just slow down a little bit. Traffic has also slowed down out here on the interstate quite a bit as well. Drive carefully today, as always. Willamette Valley Today traffic.
It's now 6 minutes before 7. Whether it's the Christmas decorations, school papers, or just your junk drawer, there's plenty of tools out there that can help you clean up the mess. The Valley Today's Christy Larson joins us live this morning with organizing expert Ms. Simplicity with some ways to get organized in the new year. Good morning, Christy.
Good morning, Lisa. I know it might be some people's New Year's resolutions or even just something they need to do around their home. So we organized my junk drawer this morning, and I'm happy to say I'm throwing a huge pile of stuff out. And that's what people need to do, is start small. Start with one thing.
Well, what happens with junk drawers and with everything, with our clothes closet, with our underwear drawer, everything, we just keep throwing stuff in it, and we never take the time to take stuff out. So some of the things we found was like a vacuum belt, and you're like, I don't even have that vacuum anymore. Or 3 phone books, and you never look up a number in a phone book anymore. So take the time to get rid of that stuff, because it's so much easier to open a drawer like this when you're looking for a pen or a twist tie and know that it has its own little compartment and you know exactly where it's going to be.
And you do have a new thing for an organizing group. It's going to be a free online organizing group.
Yeah, we started January 1st, and each week for 4 weeks, we're going to go through a different section of your home, and we're going to have tips on there from other organizing experts out there. So I'm going to put a link on my Facebook page, and you can join that group.
And that's something that you can always do, because it's great to have that support of other people and kind of get that guidance, too, that you might need.
Well, and it's a lot more fun when you can take before and after pictures and kind of show your progress as well. Because a lot of times when I work with clients, they don't want the before picture, but then at the after, they're like, oh, man, I wish I would have taken that photo, because it is a huge transformation.
And we did take a before and after photo of mine, and I would have to say mine was shoved full of those restaurant napkins and cookbooks and phone books that I never use. And now it's better.
And you can't wait to show this off now. When your fiance comes home, you'll be like, look what I did today.
I think this is going to be one of those things that I'm going to try to keep organized and try to stay on top of. Again, we do have a link to Miss Simplicity's Facebook page on our hot button online, Lisa. And again, something so simple, start small, and it makes you feel really good, too.
It really does. Start small. You're exactly right, because sometimes it seems overwhelming where to start. Christy Larson reporting live for us this morning. Thank you, Christy. If you're flying out of Fargo, you might want to arrive extra early at Hector International Airport in Fargo, because the TSA X-ray machine has been on the fritz, and that's been causing increased wait times. It's the machine that's used to screen carry-on baggage of departing passengers. Because the screening capabilities for carry-on baggage at the security checkpoint are significantly reduced, the TSA is recommending passengers consider checking their luggage. Family members of a former Davies High School student in Fargo who died in a car crash last year have started an organization to honor his memory and humanitarian work. Srijan Lala's friends and family were out yesterday for the inauguration of the North Dakota North Chapter of Distressed Children and Infants International. The nonprofit helps lift families in developing countries out of poverty through education, healthcare, and jobs, which is something former classmates say Lala supported. A GoFundMe page has been set up for a Harwood, North Dakota family that lost nearly everything in a house fire on Monday. Dean and Barbara Helverson got out safely, but the home is a total loss. Firefighters say they don't yet know how the fire started, but do know it originated in the garage. We have a link to the GoFundMe page on our website. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. Fargo police are warning you to be careful about how you toss out the boxes from your Christmas haul. They say to flatten the boxes before you throw them out, because the pictures of a new TV, jewelry, or other gifts can actually attract thieves. They'll know exactly what you got as gifts and exactly what's now inside your home. In this picture, the trash on the right is an example of what you should do. The trash on the left is an example of what you should not do. United Blood Services, along with the local Mothers Against Drunk Driving chapter, will be hosting a 2-day New Year's resolution blood drive at the Holiday Inn in Fargo starting today. All donors will have a chance to win a pair of Justin Bieber tickets, UND hockey tickets, or a 40-inch flat-screen TV. The first 75 donors will also receive a $10 gift card to Family Fare. You can donate blood today from 11:30 to 6 and tomorrow from 8 to 2 at the Fargo Holiday Inn. The Fargo Park District is opening 6 warming houses and outdoor skating rinks today. Locations include Clara Barton, Horace Mann, Kennedy, Washington, Jefferson, and Roosevelt. And that much anticipated rink in downtown Fargo will open tomorrow. Okay, let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Today's question, you'll likely find 96% of what in American homes? And it's probably in the junk drawer that Christy Larson just cleaned out. The answer is duct tape. We all have it, don't we? Because duct tape can fix anything. You can take part in our question of the morning on our Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead and join the conversation.
I think I'm a member of the 4%.
Really? No
Yeah,
duct
I don't
tape
think I have
ever,
any
or
duct
just
tape.
not right now?
Well, I've had it
You've
in my
okay.
home.
Just not
I
right.
have some packing tape. That's about it. I'm a minority
You are.
in my tape usage. I don't know.
Oh, so why am I surprised you don't?
Shocking news.
I have enough for you.
Today, snow showers this morning, so just be aware as you're heading out the door that it's going to be a little slippery on some of those roadways, and visibility at times, especially open areas, going to be down too.
Thanks for waking up with the Valley today. We'll have more local news and weather for you right here in just 25 minutes.